Hi, my name is Andy Welkley and welcome to another episode of Whiteboard Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about the importance of collaboration when working with a company that has a lot of leases across a lot of properties. Collaboration is really critical to the overall process of managing the business, and without it, the processes can really break down. So let's take a look at what can happen on the negative side without collaboration. What we've drawn here is a kind of representative structure with leasing, ownership, finance, legal, and property management. All have really important tasks to complete and data to put back into the system. Unfortunately, a lot of that data isn't put in consistently, leading to errors. We see a lot of data errors put into the system, leading to confusion about what's right, what's wrong. In the course of the leasing process, especially over hundreds of potential leases, we have version control issues as leases are passed between the leasing office and the legal and the finance. Those version control problems can lead to errors in the leases and future problems as we try to adhere to the terms. So version control is a large problem when we don't have a single system. Finally, data can be very easily lost in that process. If we have an out-of-date version or we have a missing version, data can kind of escape the system and not be visible to any stakeholder across the process. Finally, when multiple stakeholders are putting in data, there's a risk of duplicating data, especially if they're using multiple systems. If those never come together, we might have more leases than we think we have, duplicated terms, incorrect terms, and a whole lot of problems across the system. So what we want to talk about is a better way to do things, a better way to get things done together, and that is collaboration. Like many things, collaboration is a word that we talk a lot about. When we throw around in meetings, we throw around in process development meetings, but we don't really get to the root of what collaboration is. Conceptually we do, but how do we get there? And really one of the best ways to get there is to use a single system. A single source of truth is really critical as all these different stakeholders can feed the relevant data that they're producing and that they're extracting into one system. There are a couple key components to that though. Once we establish that system, we need to establish a way to get the information in. Data entry needs to be easy for all these stakeholders. The leasing agents need to get the terms and conditions in. Legal needs a way to get their information into the system so finance can consume it appropriately. Easy data entry makes that process efficient and, as importantly, consistent. Because when we're consistent, we can get those things into that single system in a way that the system can consume it. We want that system to be able to intake that data, appropriately organize it so that once it's in, it can then be repurposed, repositioned, and extracted for different uses. When we can do that, we eliminate some of those challenges we had before with duplicated data, missing or erroneous data. When we are able to do that, the system can then take over and begin to automate certain things, especially around notifications. Automated notifications are a way to share information. What we've talked about here is a way to get information in, but we also want to get information back out. And we can automate notifications around lease terms, around expirations, around other terms and conditions that other parts of the business need to know that were produced by the leasing or the legal agent. Now, finally, all these changes occurring throughout the system. We need to know why those changes were made, how they were made, and who made them. A single system like this gives us an audit trail. And an audit trail helps us track the flow of information through the organization while at the same time really contributing to the overall compliance of the process. We can be certain with a good audit trail that we are in compliance. All these things lead up to one key factor, really the root of a collaborative process, and that is visibility. When information is entered into a system and it consistently extracted, all the different stakeholders can see the information that they need and may even discover other sources of information that will help them do their jobs more effectively and efficiently. So, collaboration, a key part of any business activity and a way to build processes and controls made easier with a single system, a single source of truth. And that's our Whiteboard Wednesday for today. Thanks very much.